Hey guys, so a bunch of you said that you wanted to see how I stay healthy throughout the week with food prep. And while I don't like to call what I do food prep because I don't know, the term food prep conjures to mind like glass lock containers and pre-portioned out meals. It's not the way I do it just because I get sick of eating the same meal all of the time, but rather I prepare a bunch of individual things that make it really easy to get a healthy meal on the go super fast during those weekdays, because starting a meal from scratch after a long day of work kind of sucks. So I hope you guys enjoy the tips and find them helpful.
So we got the produce drawer here, and let's see, I've got some broccoli, which I'll likely roast. I like to usually saute some purple cabbage, which I'll show you in a bit, to prepare as a base for the week. And then I got this bell pepper, which I'm going to cook with the red onions for like a taco salad night, since boyfriend loves those. Scallions are great to just put some extra flavor into just about anything. Some cherry tomatoes to throw on salads or also saute or roast to add to a bowl for some extra punch of flavor. Then we got some Japanese sweet potatoes, which I'll roast with some olive oil, garlic, sea salt, cucumbers to go in my salad or to just do a quick pickle. Vidalia onions, kind of just to throw in just about anything. This massive bunch of asparagus I got from Whole Foods. It actually was at like $7 when originally rung up before the Prime membership discount, which is nice. And then as a little treat, I got some ramps because 'tis the season. I'm just gonna saute these in some olive oil and salt to just really bring out their natural flavor. And for those of you guys who don't know what ramps are, they are foraged baby leeks. Okay, and here we go. All right, then we got this drawer, which I usually keep my greens in. So we've got some baby romaine. I'll usually do like that or a spring mix, some microgreens, and then we got some arugula in here, some cassava flour tortillas, gluten-free, some extra coffee beans in the back. Those are Korean dates that you can actually make tea with. My mom gave those to me. Oh, now my fridge is yelling at me for having the door open. We got some Oatly. I am stocked up on that because I use it for my coffee, my matcha lattes, and just about anywhere that I do milks. We've got some lemon juice, which I use to flavor chicken, throw into smoothies if I'm out of fresh lemons, etc. Some quick bone broth from Nona Lim for a quick soup base. Then we got some hemp seeds and flax seeds back there. Lots of that kombucha. Some sound teas, which are my favorite, unsweetened, no artificial sugar, sparkling teas and sparkling waters. Then we got some fresh berries that I washed. I like to wash them right when I get home with a splash of vinegar and cool water. I tend to find that it goes less moldy less quickly. So I got some strawberries and some raspberries, and I just washed them yesterday, but normally I will put a cover on top to keep them fresh and not moldy. We got some pasture raised eggs from Vital Farms. I'm actually gonna take this out because I'm going to hard boil them or soft boil them to have on hand for the week. Some bone broth, which I like using to cook quinoa if I'm not cooking chicken in the pressure cooker and can use that broth, or I'll just use this as a soup base. Some fresh celery juice, which I juiced yesterday. Those are the remains of the compostable pulp that I'm going to take out just because it was too large for my bin. Some extra celery that I washed is in here as well for my next juicing batch. Let's see, we got some fresh lemon, and we got some flavors and sauces here. So we got a harissa, a salsa, vegan pesto from Gotham Farms, which I love, some tomato paste, which I use to make like taco meat, since I don't use seasoned packaging or seasoning packages. And then we got this dairy-free cheese, which I'm unsure about, have not tried that yet, so can't recommend. Then we got La Quercia. So this is some ridgetop prosciutto. It's step 4, pasture centered. So I try to get as organic and local meats as possible whenever I can. And then some good old rosé. Got some rice vinegar, which I like doing some vegetable pickling in, hot sauces. This is sesame oil. So this is kind of where I have all my flavorings and stuff. Tamari got this buffalo sauce, which is actually pretty great, and it's got no sugars or anything. So if I'm doing some chicken drumsticks for a wing night, then I've been loving these Yellowbird sauces, the sriracha and the habanero especially, super good. Then some maple syrup, nut butter, some mayo, more flax seeds, Korean red pepper, vanilla extract, and of course some film rolls. All right, now for the freezer drawer. So got a mix of things in here. This is where all my stasher bags come into play. So here are my frozen fruits that I keep on hand for easy smoothies. As you can see, bananas, whenever they get a little spotty, I immediately put it into here. Then we got an ice pack, some cookie dough that homemade cookie dough that I rolled up and saved in here for a rainy day. This is some Korean anchovy broth that I can use as an easy soup base my mama gave to me. In these plastic bags, I keep a bunch of scallions in case I run out of fresh ones. And then in this Ziploc baggie is where I put all of the pressure cooked chicken. So I've got some chicken breasts and some chicken thighs in here for easy grab and reheat during the week to throw on salads and whatnot. Some pasture-raised organic ground beef to make some taco salad or whatnot. And then an assortment of proteins in here like wild seafood, sea scallops. And then, although I don't love the packaging, I really am a huge fan of this crushed garlic. These little cubes here makes cooking so much easier. So I got these and some ginger as well in here. Makes life a lot easier on the go. Some chicken drumsticks, and then this is just some more Korean soups and stuff that my mom stocked me up on because she is amazing. Now pantry. Okay, have not organized in here, so welcome to the pantry. So I use these little jars from IKEA to store all of my dry goods. There's some ashwagandha, oat flour, some rice. So I'll usually take these mason jars to the grocery store and use them instead of prepackaged stuff in the bulk packaging area. And so some arborio rice in there, quinoa, collagen, chia seeds, quinoa flakes, cocoa powder, maca powder, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds. Yeah, so it's a mixture of those goodies in there. Some rolled oats. That's from Brandless. I'm really excited to actually try that cold brew coffee bag. Some Manuka honey. And then we got some of these, which were gifted items. And then some baking soda, baking powder, tea leaves, all that good stuff. Then we got some, this is my favorite marinara sauce ever. Whenever it's on sale at Whole Foods, always grab a giant one or two. And then we got some, these are crushed tomatoes, which I was planning to make some shakshuka or baked eggs. Love these little snacks. Remy turned me on to them. And then we've got some pastas here, gluten-free pastas that are all usually like lentil or chickpea based. Some Korean nudes back there, tea, bulk tea that I've got. And then for here, we've got some tahini, maple syrup, peanut butter, coconut milk, harissa, coconut oil, just some basic pantry essentials that I tend to use all the time, like, you know, the nut butters and maple syrups and tahinis, but then all the other stuff to make some other recipes at night. Oh, and then gluten-free panko flakes. These are pretty good for when we want to make some homemade gluten-free chicken fingers. Just showing you guys a little trick that I like to use to try to reduce some waste while I'm doing some food prep. So first, just showing you the essentials. I'm going to make some quinoa, but I'm actually going to use it in bone broth, or what I like to call bone broth. It's basically the liquids that I'm going to get out of cooking this chicken in the pressure cooker. So I always prep a bunch of chicken ahead of time just so I can grab and go from the freezer. I normally do get chicken breasts just for leaner meat, but chicken thighs are also a really good option. It's darker meat, so it's a little higher in fat, but still a great source of protein, and it's a little bit more economical in terms of pricing. So this time I've got 2 packs of organic chicken thighs, and then I've also got an organic chicken drumstick as well, just to easily be able to grab and go. So I've got those 3, and I'm going to cook that in the pressure cooker, take the liquid out of that, and then use it to cook the quinoa for a much more flavorful and nutrient-dense meal prep that way. And then I'm going to hard boil a bunch of these pasture-raised eggs. So I normally go for about 8 minutes, and I'll show you guys the little prep that I do to actually make them that perfect jammy consistency.
just finished cutting up the broccoli, so I just put them in a stasher bag raw like this. Everything is cleaned and chopped so that I can just mix it together with some olive oil and some salt or whatever seasonings that I want and roast it halfway through the week. It's just because I'm already cooking a bunch of veggies in the first half of the week, and so want to kind of get through them all first before I get to this. But this way I also save half of my time cooking on, let's say, Thursday night because I don't have to prep.
So I've taken the chicken out of the pressure cooker, and there's all of that golden, delicious liquid that I'm going to just strain and going to put in that quinoa so that I can cook it. All right, a post food prep quick look into the fridge. So now I've got my stasher bags with my boiled eggs, my washed fruit, my avocado, my little food hugger saver thing. We've got some pepperoni and prosciutto. This I didn't really show you for food prep. It's just easy grab and go protein for me. Then we got my celery juice, which I drank half of this morning. We've got the lemon tahini chia dressing, my quinoa, the caramelized onions, cherry tomatoes all washed and easy to grab, and then the purple cabbage sauteed. Then we've got the washed celery that I just moved down here. Still the washed raw broccoli that I will be roasting halfway through the week, and then some leftover veggies that guy I washed the potatoes as well, and then I have the scallions on hand to just grab and chop. Then, same thing with this drawer, the greens that I just used. And that is that. So we've got the purple cabbage, the veggies like the tomatoes, the caramelized onions, and the chicken from the pressure cooker in here, along with that lemon tahini chia dressing. Then I'm just gonna throw in a bunch of greens. Got a mix of the baby romaine and the arugula. I throw all of that in, and cucumbers.
So just gonna mix that up, and that is gonna be dinner salad. Then we got some of that roasted broccoli that I had washed and prepped in that stasher bag in the fridge. So it was super easy to just throw on a pan with some olive oil, and I put some nutritional yeast, garlic powder, and sea salt, and that was it. And then got some shishito peppers here too, and that's gonna be dinner. Super easy. Alright guys, I hope you found some useful tips in my food prep. Hopefully this cuts you some time during the weekdays and gives you some ideas for some healthy, versatile grab-and-go items. But anyway, my obligatory YouTube sign-off that I'm supposed to do is hit like and subscribe. Thanks guys, bye.